Welcome to True Talk with Nifemi podcast, a podcast solely owned by the Holy Spirit and anchored by your humble host, Nifemi. Get ready to embark on a journey of purpose, truth, and growth. Wow. It has been a long time here. Wow. I remember checking my calendar a few days ago and I realized that I've not been here for the past 2 months, and that is like the longest break I have taken so far. But before I even go down into what happened, I want to first apologize to my listeners, to my consistent followers. I want to say a very huge sorry, a huge apology to every single one of you for leaving this space without any announcement and for not reaching out saying that I'll be away for a while. I'm deeply sorry and I hope I am forgiven. Okay, yes, I finally come out of hiding. Not like I was hiding intentionally, but like it was not an intentional break. It was an unintentional break, but that break was needed. A whole lot of things happened during that time that I just needed to take some time off to connect to God, to seek His face about a whole lot of things. And yes, with great joy in my heart, I'm here to announce that True Talk with Nifemi podcast is back and your host is fine. She's doing fine now. She's good. All thanks to God. So let's jump into the episode of today. Okay, on today's episode, we'll be talking on hope. And yes, this is just the episode to start this new chapter after a long break. And yeah, hope. And I'm going to be asking you this question. What is hope? And it's a question I want you to think about deeply and answer it deep down in your heart. One thing I've been made to understand this past few months that I was away is that God is the hope of the hopeless. Now, feeling hopeless, I would describe it personally as lack of hope, obviously. But then, if you dive further, it means when all the walls are turned against you, you don't see any meaning to what you are doing. Like you suddenly just feel at a crossroad, you don't know where to go, whether you have to go forward, you have to go backward, like you are just completely lost. You are feeling completely lost. You are feeling a loss of your identity, and it just seems like everything is scattered. That's what I'll personally define being hopeless as. Now, I want us to look at this verse of the Bible, Isaiah 40 verse 31, and I read. It says, "But those who wait for the Lord," and here it was put into brackets, "who expect, look for, and hope in Him, will gain new strength and renew their power. They will lift up their wings like eagles. They will run and not become weary. They will walk and not grow tired." And this is me reading in the Amplified Version. And when I came across this particular verse, the part that struck out to me is those who wait upon the Lord, which can also be read as those who hope in the Lord will gain new strength, will renew their power. Now, one thing I want us to understand is, as Christians, as believers, we will go through tribulations, we will go through trials, we will go through problems that will even make us question if God is there with us, if God truly loves us, and if He is in that problem with us. And in those trials, in those tribulations that we are going to face, because truth is, you are definitely going to face those tribulations. Now, in those trials, in those tribulations, that is where hope comes in. Hope comes in to give you that glimpse that God is with you. Hope comes in to show you that that God has never left you. God is with you even in that situation, even in that problem. Hope is what I would describe as, when you enter a dark room and then the light is turned on. Imagine how bright the dark room now becomes. That is hope. Hope in that sense is that light that overcame the darkness. So whenever you are in that phase of being hopeless, whenever you are just there and you are feeling like, does God love me? Is God actually seeing all what I'm going through? I want you to hope in the Lord. I want you to hope in the Lord. And I want you to know that that thing that you might be going through is not going to last a lifetime. That God is definitely going to take you out of it. He's going to hold your hand to walk you through out of that situation that you might be going through. Because He's the hope for the hopeless. Being hopeless does not mean that that's the end. That's the end of life for you. But when you are hopeless, you hope because you will surely get out of it. Now, during this 2 months break, a whole lot of things were going on that made me question if God was there with me, if God has not left me. And in that period, I was feeling like, oh God, you left me in this. Why are you leaving me to face this all alone? Why are you not helping me? Why am I not seeing your hand? Why am I not seeing your face? But the amazing thing that I got to realize, even through that phase, what I got to realize was that He was there. And the truth is, He is always there. He is always there. Every single time He is always there. He has never left you, and He will never leave you. And that's one thing I want us to understand. And during that period, one thing I had at the back of my heart and one thing I got to learn from that period was that God is always there. And it doesn't matter whatever situation that I might be going through or that might come my way, I would always know and believe that God is there. God has always been there and He's not going anywhere. God has always been there and He's not going anywhere. Okay, so there's this random post that I saw on Instagram and I really just had to screenshot it because I was like, and it was just like a sentence, and the sentence is, Jesus will meet you in your mess. Being in a mess is also similar to being hopeless, and it is saying that Jesus will meet you in your mess. Jesus doesn't just always meet you in your mess. He will meet you in your mess, and even when things are good, He will always still be there for you. This is just to say that God is always present. Even when it doesn't feel like it, He's always present. And one thing we tend to do is that when we are in that hopeless season, we tend to run away from God. We tend to distance ourselves from God. And let me just put it out there that is not the solution. Because at that point it might seem like, oh, that's the solution. Like, since I feel like God is not there, let me just stay away. Let me not just go to church. Let me not just read my Bible. Let me not just pray, because there's really nothing to pray about. And I'm here to tell you that is not the solution. It is in that season that you should judge God closer. It is in that season that you should surround yourself with God-minded friends that will be interceding for you. It is in that season that you should take your Bible study even more seriously. It is in that season that you should not let your guard down. Because one funny thing about the devil is that he comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And it is in that hopeless season that he's always looking forward to attack. And when you are in that season and you don't have any ammunition to fight, and that ammunition that you need is having Christ by your side, because He will fight every battle for you. So in that season, when you don't have any ammunition to fight and you feel the right thing to do is to distance yourself from God, I'm telling you that that's the biggest mistake you are ever going to make. Because not only are you going to feel helpless, the devil will come with his thoughts. The devil will come to torment you. The devil will come with a whole lot of vices to keep you restless, to keep you worried, to keep you afraid. But I just want you to hold on to the light, which is Christ. I want you to cling to Jesus. Like, even in that hopeless season, cling to Him. It will seem hard. You might not even have the words to say. You might not even have the right word to be able to say, to pray to God. But it can just be as simple as, God help me. It can be as simple as, God, I need you. God, don't leave me. God, I need you in this season. God, help me. It can be as simple as that. Don't run away. Don't run away from God, because He's the only one that cares. And rather than you wallowing in that season, that hopeless season, rather than you just being there, not doing anything, I want you to cling to God. I want you to cling to Him, like draw closer to Him and ask Him to help you. God is the hope of the hopeless. And He has never left you. He has never left you. He has never left you. And He will never leave you. I want you to always have that at the back of your mind. That season that you might be in, it might look like it's not going to end, but it will end. That phase will pass. That situation that you are going through, there will be a solution. So don't feel like that is the end of the world. Don't feel like nothing can be done. Don't feel like, oh, that is just a pause to everything, a full stop. No, God always has a solution. God always has the answer. And He cares for you. He cares for you, to see you. He cares so much for you that even if you might be in any problem, He will not just sit down and watch you. He is so interested in you. He is so interested in you that He wants to see His child happy. I want you to keep on hoping. I want you to keep on trusting. And I want you to keep on believing. Yes, hope in the Lord. Hope in the Lord. When you are weak, He will renew your strength. And you will run and not be weary. You will walk and you will not grow tired, because you are hoping in God, and that hope is your strength. That hope is your strength. And in all what I've said today, in everything I've made mention of today, one thing I want you to take and always hold in your hand is that God will never leave you. God will never leave you. Thank you so much for staying till the end of this episode. I really do hope this episode blessed you, and I really do hope this episode will help someone who is in that hopeless season. And I pray that God will be your strength. God will visit you and strengthen you. God will give you hope even when it is seeming like there is none. And I just want to let you know that you'll be fine. I want to let you know that this is not the end of the world. I want to let you know that that phase is going to pass. And yes, you are going to rejoice and you are going to testify that God really did bring you out of that deepest pit. So yes, I really hope this episode blessed you. See you in the next 2 weeks for another blessed episode. Bye.